Okay, you amazing people. Happy Thursday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. All right. There's coolness in the air. I don't know if you can see, but I opened my window today because it's like 55 degrees here in Alabama. Oh, yes. It's crisp this morning. Fall's in the air. I love it. I love it. So, if any of you put a one in the comment if you love when the change of seasons happen, like I love seeing the trees turn and it's all beautiful and it's kind of the golden look, gold and red, and it's just absolutely amazing. So, yes, a lot of ones, a lot of ones. So I want to kick off today with some appreciation and I'm going to get right into the word, okay? And Cynthia Murray brought this word to us this morning, and the word is urgent. I want you to think about the word urgent, and hopefully I can do it justice, Cynthia, and on the word. But I got some gratitude this morning I wanted to share with you. The first one is the power of a note. And I got home last night and this is not to say, hey, everybody's got to send me a note, okay? But I got home last night and Brenda Carlton and Larry had written me a note and mailed it to me. And I just want to share my gratitude. And several of you, like many of you on here throughout the years, have sent something, sent a message, sent a text message. But I read the note and I just want to say thank you. The power of a note, the power of words, the power of just saying, we see you, we love you, you're our friend, you're our family. Just it pierces the heart, right? And what it really did last night was it made me think, man, if it can make me feel this way, and thank you, Brenda, for you and Larry for that. And I love you both. What can I do every day? Could I make it like one note a day to someone to just say something positive, right? We never know the power of a note. We never know the power of words. Never know the power of just sending somebody a text and saying, I didn't need anything. I was just checking in on you. Okay. And people know that you have their back. So I just wanted to share that this morning. I also wanted to say this morning, because they're a part of the Coach's Corner, but our company was able to gift two $10,000 bonus winners, and I'm grateful for that. Julie and Jason Bradshaw, they were gifted at the end of this week $10,000 from the company. Super happy. Like, who doesn't want $10,000? I don't care who you are in the world. An extra $10,000 never hurts, right? So we're so proud. And also Karen Wilkes. Karen lives down in Florida, and Karen Wilkes, um, they do a lot of RVing across the country, and they was awarded $10,000 bonus from our company. And it's fun to be able to write checks to people, right? It's just another like, all right, that's so fun to do that. So, all right, we'll get into the word urgent. Like if you look at the definition of urgent, it's requiring immediate attention or action, something that can't wait because it's important. It's time sensitive. And to me, to live with a sense of urgency isn't about being frantic or stressed, which often we are. I'm looking at Haley Lee right now. Thank you, Haley, for getting on. And I'm like, she's got a big event this weekend, and she's been working her fanny off for this event and pulling everybody together. And it's just, and I know why, because I've done it too. And it's just, I'm so grateful for her doing that. And her friend Sheila Balkowski and that team just recently did it. And it's just, so it does make us stress sometimes and frantic when there's urgency. But really, what I'm talking about isn't about being frantic or stressed. It's about being awake to what matters. Like action now instead of waiting for someday. And in business, I'm just going to use in business, in all of the different realms of business that I have, whether it's real estate or network marketing or other consulting things that I have, I see both sides. I see people that wake up every morning with action items that gets them to where they want to go, whether it's in their health or it's in their finances or it's in their profession. And then I see the people that they're going to get around to it someday. Like they have the goals, they have where they want to go, but one day it's like I watched that person and they just let the day get away from them. Like they've got to take the dog for a walk. They've got to get the kids ready, all important things. They got to do this. They got to do that. They got to do this. They got to watch the episode. They got to check in with the news. And before you know it, it's 10 o'clock at night. And it's time to go to bed. And the things that was urgent because of the goals they wanted for where they want to go just never happened. Right? It just never happened. And I'm looking at myself. I've got the same thing. There's wants and dreams and goals that I have that's I feel like is urgent, but is my action urgent for where I'm wanting to go? And so the someday turns into never. And so I challenge us all, whatever's important to us right now, if it's that relationship, if somebody's on our mind today, make it an urgency to don't put it off to someday. What if the someday never comes? Make it happen today. If it's the one note, I need to write a note to this. Take 10 minutes and write the note. Thank you, Brenda Carlton. And tell Larry I love him. If it's messaging somebody that you know is super stressed and go, hey, I had you on my mind today. I just wanted to say, hey, and I love you and I'm here for you if you need me. Makes all the difference in the world. So when you understand what's truly urgent in life, health, goals, relationships, dreams, you stop wasting time on distractions. All excuses are equal, like it's all important, but they're also distractions that never lead us to our goal. And start with urgency and building momentum to where it really counts. So to me, urgency, and I'll turn it to Andrea, brings clarity. It ignites passion. It turns intention into impact because I'm not waiting, I'm attacking. I'm in attack mode rather than wait mode to someday mode. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
A great lesson. And yes, congratulations to those $10,000 bonus earners. I know that Karen, Jason, and Julie are going to be having a great weekend. That's always big fun. But the quote that I found, so we've all heard of Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn says, without a sense of urgency, said, desire loses its value. Without a sense of urgency, desire loses its value. So, how do we live a life with, and here's a key word, healthy urgency, right? Not a life of chaos, not a life of frantic, not a life where you don't know up from down because you're scurrying around, right? So much. But how do we live a life of urgency so that we can make sure that we do the things that are most important? So, first of all, I've got to figure out what in the world matters most. Not everything can be urgent, right? Like not everything can be. And I think sometimes because of kind of the way that we live, so many things are put right in front of us. So it feels urgent, like that text message, right? Like you're like, oh, got to respond right this second or whatever. And it's like, you know what? That actually isn't necessarily the urgent thing. It depends on what's in that message, right? So everything can't be urgent. So we've got to choose our top priorities and then act fast on them. Next is I've got to move now and perfect it later. Action creates clarity. So don't wait until everything is just right. And this can be That's a hard one for me. This is a lesson that I keep having to learn over and over and over again, but that's okay. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. This is the year that I'm going to figure out that action is better than perfection. Next, I've got to treat my goals like deadlines. If it was important enough to dream about, right? If it's important enough to be sitting there going, one day I want to, well, then it's important enough to put it on the schedule. So make sure if you're dreaming about something, if you're, have some big ideas in your head that you want to do, go ahead and treat that like a deadline. Put it in the calendar, get it on your planner pad, just get it down some space so that you are moving in the right direction. Next is don't confuse busy with urgent, right? We're all busy, right? I've got to empty the dishwasher. I've got to walk the dog. I gotta, with all these things that aren't necessarily urgent, right? They're not the top priorities, though Maddie is pretty much the top priority in this household. But I've got to focus on the things that truly move the needle in my life, that move the needle in my business. So, what are those things that are truly important? Those have to be higher up on the hierarchy so that I make sure that I'm not confusing just that busy work, all the little papers I got to move from one side of my desk to the other, with the things that actually matter. And then I have to remind myself that there's only one thing that I really don't get back, and that's time, right? We all have the same number of hours in the day. We all are hopefully going to have a tomorrow, though it is not guaranteed. And I can't say, shoot, I wasted that time. I got sucked into the scroll hole, or I sat down and friends happened to be on and I got sucked in. Let me hit the rewind button and get that time back. I don't have, I wish I did, right? Because I've wasted quite a bit of time in my life. I wish I could get that time back. So instead, since I can't, I've got to use that time wisely and live with intention. So start that work in the right space, start that day so that we can live a life with urgency, a life where we're truly awake, where we have intention. We're not rushing, but we're responding to the call of our purpose. So I loved this word this morning, Cynthia. Thank you so much for sharing it. This was a fun one today.
So, Andrea, we got 2 minutes.
Okay.
I really love the word today and what you had to share. And so I dove into a little something extra today, and it was talking about urgency. And it was actually someone that is very, very successful. And here's what they said: be urgent about your gratefulness for the things in your life that are so near and dear to you. Now, what they were talking about is tomorrow, if you wake up with a paycheck, be urgent about looking at it, giving thanks to it, because it does not have to be there. If it's a relationship you have that you're grateful for, be urgent about sending a message and letting them know. If it's your kids and they're on your mind today, be urgent about letting them know how much mother or dad or grandparents are thinking of them. And I just thought that was super powerful because sometimes we're not grateful for it until it's gone, until it's out the door, until it's no longer. And so this was a really good one for me to pierce me this morning to say, hey, Brent, stop and be urgent in those areas that matter. So, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Happy Thursday. And there's people traveling down to Nashville. I know Karen's on here. Her and Dean are headed from Canada all the way to Nashville. And I think they're in like Cincinnati, Ohio right now. So safe travels to everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you back tomorrow to close out the week.